Have you ever heard about the blue zones? Well, buckle up because today we'll be embarking on an extraordinary journey to explore the blue zones, the secret corners of the world where people not only live long, but live exceptionally well. And you'll discover the 9 power habits that keep them healthy. The term blue zones was coined by author and explorer Don Butner, who identified areas worldwide where people live the longest. These 5 zones are Okinawa, Japan; Sardinia, Italy; Nicoya, Costa Rica; Icaria, Greece; and the Seventh-day Adventist community in Loma Linda, California. The blue zones have high concentrations of centenarians, people who live to be 100 years or more. Studies have shown that the lifestyle choices in blue zones can significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases, promote cardiovascular health, and contribute to a longer, more vibrant life. I'm sure you're wondering, what makes these communities the epitome of longevity? Well, Butner and his team of scientists and explorers identified 9 commonalities among these regions, which they named the Power 9. These Power 9 principles are believed to contribute to the longevity and overall health of people living in these regions. The first power habit is natural movement. People in the blue zones engage in regular physical activity that is built into their daily lives. They don't go to the gym or run marathons, but instead they walk, they garden, and do activities that keep them busy during the day. The second power habit is purposeful living. Having a sense of purpose is essential for a long and healthy life. People in the blue zones have a reason to get up in the morning, regardless of their age, whether it's taking care of their family, working in the community, or pursuing a hobby. What is your purpose for living? The third power habit is downshift. Unfortunately, stress is the common risk factor for about 75 to 90% of diseases. People in the blue zones have developed ways to manage stress. They take naps. They have a daily ritual. They spend time with friends. They take time to remember their ancestors. They have happy hour. The fourth power habit is the 80% rule. People in the blue zones stop eating when they're 80% full. This practice helps them maintain a healthy weight and avoid overeating. Plus, they consume their smallest meal late in the afternoon or early in the evening, and then they don't eat anything else for the rest of the day. The fifth power habit is a plant-based diet. A plant-based diet is the cornerstone of the blue zone lifestyle. People in the blue zones eat mostly vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes, and they consume meat and dairy in moderation or not at all. The sixth power habit is wine at 5. Moderate alcohol consumption, especially of wine, is a common practice in the blue zones, well, except for the Adventist community. People typically have 1 or 2 glasses of wine with their meals, and they drink it in the company of friends and family. The 7th habit is belonging. Having a sense of belonging is critical for a long and healthy life. People in the blue zones have strong social networks and spend time with family and friends regularly. They attend faith-based communities, which has actually been shown to increase life expectancy regardless of the religious preference or denomination. The 8th power habit is loved ones first. Family is a top priority in the blue zones. People in these regions put their loved ones first and make time for them each and every day. Parents and grandparents live nearby or are often in the same home. The 9th power habit is the right tribe. The people you surround yourself with can have a significant impact on your health and well-being. People who live in the blue zones have a strong sense of community and surround themselves with people who share their values and support their goals. Incorporating these Power 9 principles into your life can help you live a longer, healthier life. What lessons from the blue zones resonate with you the most? How can you apply these lessons to your own lives? Have you ever heard about the Blue Zones Project? The Blue Zones Project is a community-wide initiative that aims to improve the overall health and well-being of residents in various communities around the world. The project is based on the principles of the Power 9 and aims to create environments that make it easier for people to make healthier choices. The Blue Zones Project has already been implemented in several communities, including Fort Worth, Texas, Naples, Florida, and Albert Lee, Minnesota. This includes initiatives like redesigning public spaces to encourage walking and cycling, promoting healthy eating options in schools and workplaces, and creating social connections that support healthy behaviors. Other community initiatives can include creating community gardens, establishing walking and cycling clubs, organizing healthy eating classes. These initiatives can help create a sense of community and social connection while promoting healthy behaviors. Whether it's adopting a more plant-based diet, prioritizing daily movement, nurturing social connections, finding your life's purpose, or incorporating stress relief practices, small, consistent changes can make a big difference. If you're enjoying this exploration of the blue zones and their life-changing lessons, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more inspiring content. Despite the growing popularity and endorsement of the blue zones concept and the Power 9 principles, they have not escaped scrutiny. Several criticisms have been raised, highlighting the potential shortcomings in their application and interpretation. Some persons argue that the emphasis on these principles oversimplifies the diverse factors influencing longevity, that it neglects various cultural, genetic, and socioeconomic variations among these zones. Critics stress that what works for one community might not necessarily work for the other, and that there are some principles that cannot be applied universally. There are concerns about the way in which these zones were selected. Others claim that the data is potentially being cherry-picked, and some data is considered while others are ignored. Critics caution against highlighting success stories while overlooking cases that don't conform to the narrative, as this creates a distorted perception. Plus, the commercialization of these concepts and the oversimplification for marketability have drawn skepticism. Dietary patterns in the blue zones vary, and the emphasis on a plant-based diet may not be consistent across all regions. Critics urge a more comprehensive understanding of dietary practices. The blue zones concept predominantly focuses on developed countries, potentially overlooking insights from communities in developing nations with high life expectancies. However, despite these concerns, it is acknowledged that the blue zones concepts have sparked valuable discussions, offering positive insights into lifestyle, community, and well-being for those seeking to enhance their health and longevity. If you enjoyed this video on the blue zones, then you definitely enjoy this video where I discuss the 5 habits that could potentially increase your life expectancy by 14 years.